this episode, we'll take a look at the wolf pack, the tight-knit family unit where most wolves spend their lives, and we'll discover why it's key to their survival. Maddie and Rhydian are both Wolfbloods, but they come from very different backgrounds. Maddie lives in the family home with mum and dad, and Rhydian lives in foster care with no parents around. So when the school set an art project about family, it was always going to be tough for Rhydian to deal with.
Who's damaged this?
He had some issues with the subject matter.
Oh, poor kid. We need to get him round more. Make sure he knows he's welcome any time, right?
Mum, for the past 2 weeks he thought it was the only wolf blood in the world. Give him some time to adjust, will ya?
Listen, Rhydian needs to be around his own kind. Pack animals don't do well on their own.
Rhydian was a lone wolf-blood, but he clearly wanted to be part of a pack. Somewhere he could be amongst other wolf-bloods. Somewhere he felt safe, where he belonged. And it's not difficult to understand why he might have felt like that. Because he's a wolf-blood, Rhydian shares many of the same attributes as a wolf. And most wolves spend their entire lives belonging to a group. So how do these packs start? When a male and female wolf meet, they pair up, often for years, sometimes even for life, and produce offspring. These leaders of the pack, often called the alpha wolves, are the mum and dad, and most members of the pack are their children of various ages. So at its heart, the wolf pack is a family. Packs usually have between 5 and 10 members, although some packs do become huge. One of the largest ever recorded had 42 wolves. Just imagine being the parents in charge of that. Their size changes year to year as new pups are born and older offspring leave to find a mate and set up their own pack. Sometimes a pack will adopt a lone wolf, one that's not part of the original family, much like Maddie's parents did with Rhydian. But packs aren't just a big unruly group of wolves. They have a structure and each wolf knows its place. At the top are mum and dad, leading the hunt for prey, marking territory to protect it from outsiders, and keeping all the others in line. Then there are the older brothers and sisters, who often intimidate and discipline the youngest. So in many ways, pretty much like a human family. The leaders keep the rest of the pack in line with body language and snarling, but rarely have to resort to fighting. No wolf wants to get injured or fall out with the rest of the pack. So wolf packs can be different sizes, but essentially they're all pretty close groups. When Rhydian was taken into Maddie's pack, he had their help and support whenever he needed it. But there's always a bit of give and take, and there's certain responsibilities that come with being in a pack, and that's never more true than when things start to go wrong. So when Maddie was using the supernatural power of Eolas and she ran away, her pack, her mum, dad and now Rhydian, pulled out all the stops to try and find her. And then once she made it to the city, her mum had to use her wolf-like abilities to track her down.
Where are you going? There's no way out down there. Just give me the rucksack and you won't get hurt.
Are you growling at me? She's growling at me.
Give it me.
Get away from my daughter!
werewolves, dear. But they don't like you.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
It's okay, pet. You're safe now. You're safe.
Maddie needed her family pack to come to the rescue and protect her from those group of girls. Led by her mum, they worked as a team to try and find her. Together, they were stronger. Being part of a pack, like being part of a family, sometimes has its downsides, but definitely has its advantages too. Wolves are highly social creatures, and working collectively brings lots of good things that benefits the whole group and helps them to survive in the dog-eat-dog world of their wild environment. Teamwork's particularly important when it comes to looking after their young. Pups are key to continuing the family bloodline, so the whole pack gets involved in raising them. During the first month, the pups stay in the den with their mother, suckling for milk and keeping warm. The father's job, along with the rest of the pack, is to bring food for the female and protect the den from any predators. Which is exactly what this group had to do when a bear got that little bit too close for comfort. Even though the bear was at least 3 times as big as him, this wolf bravely bit him on the rear, and by working together, the wolf team managed to scare the bear off. Danger over. For now. The pups gradually learn to eat meat, and all the wolves help feed them. When the adults return from a kill, the pups pester them until they're sure they have every last bit, licking their mouths to make them regurgitate the meat. And small prey, such as this Arctic hare, is also brought back, causing a lot of excitement between the pups. Even when the mother leaves to hunt for food, the pups are never left alone. Another pack member, called a babysitter, stays behind. Here they've been left in the capable hands of their older brother. So how else does being part of a pack help a wolf? The success or failure of a wolf pack depends on the strength of its leaders. They need to provide food and security, but they also need to teach the kids the family business. Hunting. So the pack acts like a nursery. It starts with play. Pups spend a lot of their time playing, which lets them practice the skills they need for hunting. Pouncing, stalking, and chasing one another. The older wolves get involved too, letting the pups tug on their ears and even bringing back toys for them to play with. As they grow up, they join the rest of the pack on hunting trips to see the more experienced wolves at work. They learn that if you're going to take on something as mighty as an elk, it's best to tackle it from behind, or you could be in big trouble. In the meantime, the youngsters also learn how they can help the rest of the pack find food. The pack needs many ears, eyes, and noses on the job, especially since prey can be spread over such vast distances. And when it comes to bringing down a large animal, teamwork is extremely useful. Even though single wolves are able to bring down big prey on their own, it's often easier with a few of the more experienced wolves to move in and help out. Working together is essential too when it comes to protecting what's theirs, be that the food they've just caught or the territory that they live and hunt in. So there really is strength in numbers and many great reasons to be part of a pack. It far outweighs being alone. Packs give security, food, companionship. All the things wolves and wolf-bloods want and need if they are to survive and thrive.
It's your choice. Lone wolf or pack?
You want me to go with you?
Yes. If you come with me, you'll have a pack. family.